Happy Sunday, Wolfpack. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Got to lay low a little bit, maybe had some family time today, but either way, I hope you guys recharge the battery because we have an exciting week ahead of us. We're kind of moving into some more of the Murph prep, a little bit more volume and intensity, and then we're going to start next week switching directions a little bit on some of the Oli stuff and some of the squat and strength stuff. So we'll finish off Monday's position snatch work the same way that we finished off the clean on Friday. And then we're going into a clearly just a Murph volume workout for part D. So 10-minute EMOM, just like we did on Friday. You have the 3 position snatch as one complex. So every minute you're doing all 3 snatches. You have the high hang snatch. You've got the hang or the mid from the knees. And we're going to drop the barbell, reset on the floor, and we're going to do our final full power snatch from the ground. So again, 3 reps every minute. And like the power cleans were on Friday, you're going to be limited by this high hang position since it is the most challenging and you have the least amount of power. So again, we probably want to start this EMOM complex even lighter than we did on the power cleans because the snatch typically is usually is lighter than your clean strength. So you're going to even want to start even smaller, and then probably even going to have to make smaller jumps across the 10-minute EMOM just because the high hang snatch is a pretty challenging position. So just remember the first 2 are done as a complex. So you do your high hang, bring the bar back down to the hips, down to the knees, hang snatch, and then we drop and reset. So we got to prime the hips and we got to get our catch position right on the high hang and the hang and the mid, so that when we go down to the floor, all we have to worry about is good speed from the ground, good bar path into the hips, and then let everything we just did in the high hang and the mid take over, and we'll be successful in the snatch. So you guys should be very comfortable with these positions and how they feel, and you should also be comfortable with how it feels going from the 2 hang snatches to the floor snatch, because it is a little funky at first, where you're kind of used to taking the barbell from a different direction and then going from the floor after the hangs is a little funky. So just be prepared for that. You have to really overextend on the floor snatch to make sure that we're getting to our full extension position and we can pull under the bar and catch. Okay. So we'll build to heavy there. The overhead squats, we've progressed 1 less rep again. Last week was 3, so now we're going to do 2 this week. Add a little bit of weight if we can. Stay within the tempo domains. This is the most important part of these overhead squats because we're never really doing overhead squats for like strength. Yes, we're building strength, but this is a positioning movement, and to get better at the snatch, you have to get better at the overhead squat position, and you do this with weights that you can maintain perfect position, and this tempo is a way for me to force you guys into a perfect position. You go slow, you don't break. We're not trying to use momentum. We're using our body, and we're building strength in that movement, in that position. So if we can add a little bit of weight, great. Keep it perfect. Keep the tempo perfect, and we'll be good. Panda pulls, same that we did on Friday. You get to your extension point, and then we start to actually pull underneath the barbell. So this is a great drill to teach people to start dropping, right? You feel and you learn to reach the tall extension position, and once we feel that, we kind of start to pull our body underneath, and we start that negative pull, because in weightlifting, right, CrossFit is light weights. We rip the bar overhead, we pull, that's great. But in actual like strength and Olympic weightlifting, it's not about how high you can move the bar. It's about how fast you can get under the bar. So this panda pull is a great drill to kind of start to teach that and prime that and get you comfortable with pulling underneath the bar. So make sure we use a weight that's probably heavier than here. I mean, probably a lot heavier from here. If it's super light, you're going to be jumping off the floor. It's going to feel super funky. So load this up to something heavy where it forces you to really try to get as extended as you can, and then pull back on the bar and drop under it just a little bit. Okay, Google that if you need some videos, some demo videos. There's some good videos out there for snatch panda pulls. Or snatch pull downs, I think is what the American weightlifters call it. EMOM here, 16 minutes, 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. We're just doing cals on the bike, push-ups, and air squats. So clearly we're just getting volume from Murph. So we want to approach this from the start with the assault bike to get after it, because the calories do count towards our score. We also want to add fatigue to the legs and increase the heart rate and kind of simulate more of what the later rounds of Murph are going to feel like once we've done 10 plus rounds of Cindy. So ramp the bike up, right? Not so much that we can't actually get anything out of this EMOM, but we still want to get some good fatigue here and some good calories. And then we're just going to go into max push-ups. It is a lot of time on push-ups, so take this as an opportunity to not break form and only do as many as you can per 60 seconds with perfect form. So small sets, maybe 3 to 5. quick break, 3 to 5, whatever's comfortable for us, or band up so that we can still build the midline position through the entire press motion. The worst thing in doing these EMOMs is slacking off, or just push-ups in general. You've heard me harp about it a million times if you're in my classes. If we're not actually doing the push-up, full range of motion, proper body line mechanics, we're not going to get anything out of these push-ups. It's going to be a giant waste of time. So take it upon yourself to make sure you're doing every single rep perfect. Don't slack. I'd rather have you do 5 in a minute that are perfect than 10 crappy ones. I think you're going to get way more out of the perfect push-up. So just take it upon yourself to do these right. And then same thing with the air squats. We want to get full depth, stand all the way up. And we're doing these fast. We want to make sure that we're getting through a lot of reps because we do have a minute rest after, but we still need to make sure we reach depth and that we stand all the way up. Full extension of the hips and the knees. So great opportunity to get tons of volume. This is 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4 sets on all of these. So you can really get a lot of reps here. So it'll be great progressions for more of our Murph stuff. But other than that, it's going to be a great Monday. Excited for this week of training. Got a few new things in it coming up, so have a great week. If you need anything, you know where to find me. If not, we'll see you in class. Later. Whoops.